Hey, this is the Entertainment Advice Channel. What I want to talk about today is the topic of why the movie industry is running out of new ideas, which, due to it running out of new ideas, is affecting their ability to make a revenue, and of course, due to it affecting their ability to make a revenue, of course, jeopardizes their very future. Okay, so of course, for anyone who's a big follower of movies, this is very important information because this jeopardizes the very future of movies as a whole. If the very industry that makes them is not able to make money, because of course it can go bankrupt. So that is what I'll be discussing in this video today. It's not only explaining why the movie industry is running out of new ideas, but what can be done in order to solve this problem. Okay, so now I mentioned that, let's get started. So when it comes to the first of the two main reasons why the movie industry is running out of ideas is that they use the same ideas over and over again. So anyone who's actually followed movies, even for the past few decades, like 2, 3, or a bit more, realizes that no idea, for the most part, at least the majority of ideas they come up with, are not original, okay? They are not original at all, for that matter, okay? Everything you can pretty much think of is based on an idea that has already existed, okay? Whether it could be using the same themes, like the same superhero movie, the same this, the same that, the same movie from this particular book series, or whatever you can imagine, so whatever. They use the same thing over and over again, which of course, kills the quality of movies, which of course anyone who follows my channel would know that I give advice on what we can make entertainment good again. Of course, movies fall in the category of. And one of the things that definitely we need to make movies good again is of course having variety. Because if you have the same thing over and over again, even if it's really well done, it still gets boring. So to sum it up, this is one of the things I'm talking about. Okay, of course, is how we can make movies good again. To be quite blunt and honest with you, okay? To speak the honest freaking truth, okay? How we can make movies good again, and one of the best ways to do that is, of course, making sure that there's variety, which, of course, there's a lack of variety. And back to the point I was making before, when it comes to the topic of why there's so little variety for movies, of course, no shit is, to be quite blunt and honest with you, is due to the fact that they just use the same ideas over and over again. Because of course, a lot of these people in Hollywood are very lazy. They can't come up with original ideas, so they just come up with the same shit over and over again. Which translates to just using the same ideas that's already been thought of, and this and that. Which of course, as a result, which I've gone into for previous videos, it prevents the idea of new ideas from emerging, okay? Because if you're just going to have the same main ideas, related to the base themes, whether it's related to superhero movies, whether it could relate to movies from this popular book, whether it could relate to maybe the same specific, historical event, all that stuff, and you just keep on using the same thing over and over again throughout the decades, then no shit, it's gonna prevent people from actually having space to create new things. Which I just want to make it clear, of course, sometimes the old things are still good, but we need to make space for new things. We can't just say we're just gonna use the same thing over and over and over and over again, and not set a limit on how much you can reuse the same old stuff over and over again. And that's exactly what I'm trying to get across here. So in short, to sum things up, for my first point, for why the movie industry is running out of ideas, is that they just simply use the same franchises, the same themes, whatever you like to say. Let's just sum it up. It's just saying it's the same themes over and over and over and over and over again, instead of trying anything new, which they don't seem to have any expiry date for how long we're going to serve a particular theme. So it could literally be decades or even 100+ years, and they could still be using the same freaking thing over and over again. Just like we're still having movies about certain particular characters, that's kind of already been proven. Yeah, nobody gives a fucking shit about, like the Green Lantern, for that matter, okay? Like, are we still gonna be in the year 2100 having movies about the Green Lantern, or maybe about the obscure historical event like the Iran hostage situation that, yes, some people are interested in, but the majority of people couldn't give a fuck about. Like, that's what I'm trying to say, and that's shit like that's the reason why Hollywood's running out of new ideas, because they just use the same exact themes over and over again, which of course kills the ability to make something actually new when there could be depicting a new historical event that might have happened, you know, or maybe a new fictional world that they can create. So of course, if you're gonna have to use the same things, of course you're gonna run out of new ideas, because there's no space for you to come up with new ideas for that matter, okay? And that's one of the reasons why the movie industry is running out of new ideas, okay? The second reason why, simply put it, is their ability to come up with an idea, okay? Now this one is gonna be more controversial, but most people who work in creative industries, whether it's movies, music, art, whatever, one of the ways they learn things is that they always tell you, when it comes to being able to come up with an idea, is brainstorming. And brainstorming, to be honest with you, is not a method that works, okay? Because brainstorming just pretty much just teaches you, okay, I'm just gonna randomly jolt out a bunch of ideas until I come up with a good idea, okay? But that method is very outdated, and not even outdated, never really was a great idea, okay? Because it just teaches you, you know, to just jolt out ideas and not come up with something that's actually concise and precise for that matter, okay? And brainstorming is just not a very effective method. It just encourages people to not only just jolt something down and think, oh, I'm just gonna come up with something, and have to go through the effort to figure out, okay, is this a good idea or is this genuinely a crap idea? It also produces more random ideas instead of something that's concise and precise. And just to sum it up, it takes more time, okay? While when you have a method where, as I would say, you know, I've gotten into a little bit, which I'll get to more towards the end of the video, where I get my solution to a problem, where you have a method that refers to as a suggestion sheet, it makes it way easier for you to come up with ideas. There's some suggestions for ideas you can use, whether it be down a timeline, whether it be down to the location or the situation, that makes it easier for you to come up with an idea instead of just putting a huge amount of time trying to come up with an idea and going like, okay, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, you know, and just jolting out ideas until you say, okay, I'm just gonna pick one out. That might not even be the greatest idea ever. So that's the second reason why Hollywood's running out of ideas. They use brainstorming, and brainstorming takes longer than it needs to and does not produce the best quality. And most importantly, it takes longer than it needs to when it comes to coming up with an idea. So that's my second point, okay? So to sum things up when it comes to the solution to this problem, when it comes to why the movie industry is running out of new ideas, the first thing we need to do is we need to set a limit for franchises, okay? Franchises that are not the most popular should not be able to be continued, okay? There should be, to sum it up as easily as possible, which I've gotten in other videos before, a polling system where we ask people, do you want this franchise to still exist, okay? Whether it's based on a certain particular, you know, superhero character, or let alone a character for that matter, or it could be maybe of a certain particular world event, or, you know, maybe a certain particular type of genre, like cowboy movies, whatever, okay? Like put up a poll and say, do you still want this? And let people vote and decide. Because obviously, if you're producing things for people, they're able to figure out what they want more than anyone else is able to figure out what they want. Because you know, just like the saying goes, you know you better than anyone else knows you. Okay? So figure it out yourself. You know, that message being sent to the general audience is the best way to think, okay? So figure it out. What exact themes do you want to stay, and which ones you think should be canceled, okay? That's really all you have to do. And if you can do that, you can not only make sure that people have things that they actually care about, you can also make sure as well, no shit, you prevent there from being too many themes out there. You can limit the amount of themes so there's more room for new ideas to come into place. And that's a simple truth, okay? And the second point to go alongside it when it comes to brainstorming, like I was getting at before, use a reference sheet, okay? List a number of things that are elements that obviously play a role in the story you're going to come up with, which will either translate to a movie, whether it comes on a timeline, theme, situation, whatnot. So it's easier for you to come up with an idea. So not only do you have to put an hour or two to just sitting on your desk thinking and not being able to come up with an idea, it makes it possible for you to come up with an idea quick time. Okay, in literally a span of 10-20 minutes, you'll have an idea and you can jolt something down and you can get started from there. And that's all. That's a solution for how we can end this running out of ideas issue that's clearly present in Hollywood, and that's the truth. So anyway, this is my video. This is all I have to say, and simply put, if you like this video and videos like this, remember to thumbs this video up and the subscribe button. And simply put it, that is all I have to say. So simply put, I'm out. So bye.